Hello, everybody. Welcome to After Further Review, and this is our Under the Hood with Football U. This is a game that will be coming out soon on Kickstarter from Scorelander Games, the company that has brought us Batflip and Batflip Dynasty. But as you can see, we are no longer on the baseball diamond. We are on the football gridiron. And more specifically, we are on the college football gridiron. So in football, U is for 1 to 4 players, where you will be playing the general manager of an aspiring college football program. And over the course of 3 seasons or 3 rounds, you'll be playing through games, building up your team, drafting players, upgrading those players, maybe firing your coach, and whoever has the highest ranking in the country at the end of the game will be the winner. Tonight we will be showcasing a solo game against the AI, and for that there is a deck of cards to let you know what dice those teams will be using. So the main gameplay of this is drafting the players who will tell you what dice you will be using, and then you'll roll those dice. There are 4 different dice for the offense: blue, red, green, and orange. And the difference in them, they go from best to worst, is how often they will give you a score. I would note that everything that I am showing here is a prototype, though it is pretty close to what you will be seeing in the retail Kickstarter version. The biggest thing I will note is that the dice, for most of these colors, they will be imprinted and the numbers will be white on them. So they'll be a little easier to read, so they will be a little hard. But basically for the offense, the blue dice, they score on every side except for 1. The red dice, they score on every side except for 2. Then down to 3 for the green, and then finally the orange dice only score on 2 sides. And then a similar concept for the defensive dice. They go from black, gray, white, and purple. There is one main difference. These have X's on them, so they take out an opponent's score. The black die has X's on 4 sides. The gray has X's on 3 sides. The purple has X's on 2 sides. The white die doesn't have any X's, but it does give you a chance to score defensive touchdowns. So pick 6 or safeties. So that is an interesting difference in the dice. And I guess the best way to show you this is to just set up a game. There are 4 different game boards representing the up north, which we will be playing with tonight, Heartland, out west, and down south. When you are only playing a single player game, we're going to be putting out potential recruits in our own region, and then 4 down here in the transfers, though there is an option that you can spend some time to recruit players out of different sections of the country. So each player gets their own board. They will get their own tokens. Here for this prototype preview, only 3 of them have the colors that match here on the game board. But in the full version, all of the football tokens will be colored in your team colors. So what these do, these are used to keep track of season wins. You'll play 4 games out each of the 3 seasons, your rankings, and then what we'll be doing first here is the preseason, the recruiting phase. Basically that you have 15 weeks, 15 increments of time that you can either use to draft players, or once you have drafted them, to upgrade them for your squad. All of the teams also will start with 2 walk-on players. They do vary in where they go, but they work the same way. There is a deck of cards for these walk-ons. One side is for the defense, one side is for the offense. So we'll set that up first. Here for up north, we're going to be the newly minted Medfield University, the Medfield Minutemen, here in our first season. So we'll put our walk-on here. We have a walk-on wide receiver, and then we have a walk-on defensive lineman. So these will be here for one season. They will go away after our first season, or if we replace them during our recruiting season here. So to set up the recruiting, we'll put 2 players up in our segment of the country here up north. The benefit of players being in your region is it actually costs you 1 less increment of time to recruit them. So here we have a wide receiver, Ryan Jam, who would normally take 4 amounts of time, 4 weeks. But since he's up in our region, it would only cost us 3. And then we got a pretty good quarterback as well, Doug Peace, who would normally take 7, but he would only take us 6. And then we're going to put out 4 transfer players. So these are players that we can draft as well. And they will cost the full amount of time in order to draft. And then the last thing we need to do to set up is we need to pick our coach card. There are 6 coach cards that come with the game. They are double-sided. Each of the side for one side for all of them has the same Joe default. We will grab one of those. If we get to the end of a season and we have 0 or 1 win, the coach will be fired and he'll be flipped over to his other side, and we'll have a much better coach for the next season. But for now, we get the default. And his ability is we can upgrade players both on offense and on defense, taking 2 weeks of time from the board there. All right, let's see. And then, so for the players, as I mentioned, they will give you dice to roll during your games. The other thing, you'll see they have these symbols here, and these are the types of players that they are. And there are 6 different kinds of players with these symbols. If you ever recruit a player that matches a symbol, so for instance, if we had Michael Rollout already on our squad, and then we recruited Trevor Choice, since they both have that matching symbol, we would get to draw a chemistry card. The chemistry cards are one-use cards. You get to hold on to until you spend them. They will have various different effects. This one is for the recruiting phase. There are ones that'll help you out during games. So various different things, all good. There are no bad chemistry cards that you can get. And then our last tokens over here, these are the gameplay tokens. The way you can get these is you simply just spend 1 increment of time in the recruiting phase to get one of these, and these will give you a re-roll of one of your dice during a game. All right, so let's shoot some players up. So we have a choice of 2 quarterbacks. Doug Peace is a really good one, and we can get him for 6 because he is coming from the up north region. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to latch on to our highly touted prospect, Doug Peace, and he has officially signed with Medfield. And there we go. So we've got our first piece of the puzzle here. The unfortunate thing is that nobody else matches his symbol right now. So we don't have an opportunity to get a chemistry card, but let's see what we can do. So we have 3 offensive slots to fill, a running back. We have a wide receiver with a walk-on, but we can replace it. And then there's a flex spot here that a wide receiver or a running back can fill. On the defense, a defensive lineman, a linebacker, and a defensive back. Let's see. So why don't we beef up our defense, and we'll grab the only defensive player that's out there, Junior Zone. He's going to cost us 6 weeks of time, but he's got some, he'll add a white die and a gray die to our defense. Let's see, and that only leaves us, we're already down to 3 weeks of time. So we can, let's spend 1 week. We'll get ourselves a game day or a gameplay card. It'll allow us a re-roll. And then, why don't we, well, let's see. Let's spend 2 weeks and we will upgrade. Let's upgrade our quarterback and see just how good he can be. So there we go. So he's going to give us a blue and a red die, and then he will have a helmet ability. So before we roll the dice, we can use this once per season. So once during our 4 games during the season, we can use this, and he will add an extra red die to our roll. So there we go. There is your first season roster for the Medfield Minutemen. So he is going to give us a blue and a red die, and then our walk-on wide receiver gives us an orange. And then for defense, we will have a purple die from our walk-on defensive lineman, and then a white and a gray die from our linebacker. All right, and then let's line up the competition. So first up on our schedule is Cupcake U, and I've got their dice laid out here. I am using I'm using the bottom of my dice tray, and then I'm actually using the carrying case for my dice tray, so we can keep the dice separated. Oh, and the other thing I'll show you is this comes with an absolute boatload of dice. I didn't even count them yet, but there is just a boatload of dice. I think that it's 8 of each of the colors. It might be more. It is a lot, but yeah. So just a gigantic bag of dice for the game to accommodate up to the 4 players. All right, so first we will have. So before we roll, we can use our helmet abilities. So the only one that we have is for our quarterback, and we're going to save that for one of our tougher opponents in the season. So let's roll our dice and see what we get here. So for our opponent, Cupcake U, initially they have a score for a touchdown and then 1 stop. We have a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety, as well as 1 stop. After we roll, teams would have the opportunity to use any of their whistle abilities. We do not have any whistle abilities as of yet, except for our one game day or our one game plan chart here. But we do not need to use it because we'll just let them stand. So he will cancel one of our scores. He'll cancel that touchdown. We will cancel their lone score, and we will win our first game. A defensive slobber knocker, 5-0, and that gives us our first win of the season. There we go. So a successful debut. And now we'll go to our next opponent here, Pansy State. They are a little bit tougher. They will have 3 green die for their offense, and then a gray and a white die. We will keep our same dice here for all of the games in the season, unless we add some. All right, here we go for our second game. So initially, let's see, we have scored potentially 9. Oh, no, sorry. We've scored 16 points. And they have scored 10 with 1 stop. We did not get any stops on defense. So again, I think we're just going to let these results stand. They'll cancel one of our touchdowns, and we will... so let's see. Actually, no, they would win by 1. Do we... So we only have... so we can't use our helmet ability after the dice have already rolled. We can use this, but we have 2 more games, and they get even more. They even get harder as we go on. So I think we're gonna just take the tough luck loss here, and we'll drop to 1-1 on the season. We're gonna lose this one 10-9, a squeaker of a game. All right, and then now that brings up Doormat Tech for game 3 of the season. Doormat Tech, a little stronger offensively. They have a blue, a green, and 2 orange dice, but only a purple die for defense. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Our coach's job potentially on the line. If we don't win another game this season, he will be fired. Let's see. Oh, and the dice are not cooperating here after our first game. So they are. We got 1 stop, but we only scored a field. Oh no, we scored 2 field goals, but they scored 3 times. So we would only be able to cancel 1 of theirs. And that means that we are going to fall to 1 and 2. We'll lose to Doormat Tech 10-3. And it is already the end of the first season, and we will be facing Mid-Atlantic in our first bowl game. So here comes Mid-Atlantic. They will have a blue, red, and green die on offense, and then by far the toughest defense that we have faced so far, they will have 4 black dice. So this is going to be a tough one. We will go ahead and use our helmet ability on our quarterback, and he is going to add a red die to our game roll here. All right, so here we go. Our first bowl game coming up. And here is the roll. Oh, we might have gotten lucky. So they've scored 2 field goals, but they have 2 stops. Let's see. We have potentially scored a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety. So right now they'd be able to cancel out the touchdown and the field goal and leave us with 2 points. We would cancel out 1 of their field goals. All right, so we're going to have to use our game plan chart to re-roll a die. And let's see, I guess we're going to re-roll. We will re-roll our red die and see if we can come up with 1 score on this. And we do not. So we are going to lose 3-2 in a bowl game for the ages, and we are going to end our first season with just 1 win. All right, so for the cleanup phase at the end of the season, and actually these guys should have been discarded before we started. Not a big deal, but all right, so first thing we do is we figure out where our rankings go. So we got 1 win. In Season 1, each win is worth 1 point here in the rankings. So we will not quite crack the top 25. We will still be unranked heading into Season 2. For our players and coaches, anybody that used one of their abilities will take the token off. Anybody that has been upgraded will flip back to their other side. And now for our poor coach, Joe Default, because we only finished with the 1 win, he is going to be fired. And so we will flip this over to the other side. So for Season 2, it's going to be Nate Cavalry, who will be coaching our squad. Let's see. So he has the same abilities for upgrading. It's 2 weeks for offensive or defensive players. But now we will have the ability to use him. And he actually has one that's during the recruiting season. We can take a game plan when we recruit a player. All right, so we'll move the dice off to the side. Reset our season wins back to 0 and reset our recruiting chip back down to 0 as well. And here we go. Oh, and the walk-on players will now walk off. So we'll have 2 empty slots to fill. All right, so for our recruits, oh boy, so a big-time quarterback up north who it's kind of tempting because the upgraded ability on our current quarterback really isn't that great, but we do have a lot of other holes to fill. So let's first recruit John Pace. He will only cost us 3 weeks of time. And then we'll just go ahead and use that ability right away for Nate Cavalry. So we'll get John Pace, and then we will also get a game plan. So, and then we have all of our offense except for our quarterback to fill out. Let's see. Well, we have a chance to pick up a chemistry card. So why don't we do that? We'll recruit Troy Blicky it'll take 4 weeks, and he will be in our wide receiver slot. And then we will draft Eric Trigger for 3, and because they have... Oh, and actually, sorry, Troy Blicky matches up with our quarterback, so that is going to give us a chemistry draw for him. This is a goal line stand. It's a helmet ability. Let's see, so we would add a purple die and a black die before we roll out. All right, so that'll help out our defense. And then when we recruit Eric Trigger, we will get a second chemistry card. All right, let's see. Ooh, it's not going to help us with players that are out there right now. So basically what it is, it would cost 2 weeks less to recruit a defensive back, or we can turn this in to get 2 game plans. So we'll hold that for now. Let's see. We are left with 5 weeks of time. We do still have a flex spot, and there is a wide receiver there who could fill that. Or a running back. Neither of them have a symbol that match. Let's try. I'll show you. So one of the other things you can do to get more recruits out is we can spend 1 week of time, and then you draw from the bottom of the deck and put a player out in one of the empty spots there. And unfortunately for us, it's another quarterback that we don't have enough time to recruit anyways. Peyton Blast. All right. So I guess just to fill this flex spot, we'll spend 2 weeks and we'll get Reggie Butter in that slot there. And then with 2 weeks left, let's upgrade our new defensive lineman, John Pace. So there we go. All right, so he is going to give us our first whistle ability. Allows us to re-roll a defensive die, and he adds a black and a gray. So our defense is definitely going to be very much upgraded this year. So let's figure out what our dice situation is going to be. So our quarterback will give us a blue and a green. Our running back gives us a green. Wide receiver gives us a red, and then our flex running back gives us another red, and then on defense we'll get a black and a gray from John Pace, and then a white and a gray from Junior Zone. All right, so let's clear off the recruits who were not recruited, and we are going to open up Season 2 against Mid-Atlantic. So we're going to have a rematch for our bowl game loss last season, and let's see if Nate Cavalry can start things off with a win. All right, so we won't use any of our helmet abilities just yet, and let's see how we do against Mid-Atlantic for the second time. All right. Roll out the dice. Let's see. It looks like they're going to get 2 scores and 2 stops. And right now we have... oh boy, we got 3 touchdowns, a pick 6, and a field goal. Oh no, sorry. We got 4 touchdowns, a pick 6, and a field goal. No stops. But we are going to blow them away. So they'll take away 2 of our touchdowns. But we will defeat them 24 24 to 14. And there we go. Season 2 starts off with a win, avenging our bowl game loss last season to Mid-Atlantic. That will bring up OKU for our second opponent here in Season 2. They have a pretty balanced offense. Blue, 2 red, and a green, and then 2 black dice for defense and a gray. All right, so now we're rolling here. So as you can see, once you get into it, it does go right along. Of course, if you were playing with multiple players, there would be if it's less than 4, I should say, there would be a mix of games between players and the AI. So add a little bit of time when you're rolling up against another player. But once you kind of get the general gist of the game down, it does flow really, really well. So let's see. So OKU, oh boy, OKU comes out firing. They have 4 potential scoring drives and 1 stop. We have 3 stops. Oh boy, so maybe we're going to pull this out. Maybe our defense is going to bail us out. We have 2 touchdown drives and 2 field goal drives. So right now, we would end up with 13, and they would end up with 7. So there we go. We are going to double our win total from Season 1, and Nate Cavalry has started his career here 2-0, and we are rolling into week 3 of Season 2. This will be against Fairhurst. Fairhurst has 2 blue dice, 2 red dice, and then for defense, a black die and 2 purple dice. And let's see what they... so right now we have all of our rerolls left, and our 1 helmet ability. So let's save that for our bowl game. Let's see here. Looks like another good scoring output from us. 3 touchdowns, a field goal, and 2 defensive stops. They have 1 stop, a touchdown, and 2 field goals. So 1 stop would take away a touchdown. We'd end up with 17. Taking away 2 of their scores would leave them with only 3. So we're going to win game 3, 17-3 against Fairhurst, and we will head into our second bowl game undefeated. This will be against Winmore. All right, so Winmore with 3 blue dice and a red die on offense, and then 3 black dice on defense. So they are going to be a tough opponent for sure. All right, so why don't we use... we'll use our goal line stand. So because this is a helmet ability, we have to play this before we roll the dice. That is going to add a purple die and a black die to our dice pool. And then, depending on how we do, there are 3 potential re-rolls, or whistle abilities that we can have. So here we go. Oh boy, and they rolled very, very well. They have 4 scoring opportunities, 4 potential touchdown drives, and then 3 defensive stops. Wow. All right, so we can re-roll an offensive die, and then Reggie Butter allows us to re-roll up to 2 offensive dice. And we can re-roll a defensive die. All right. So we will re-roll a green die. And then let's see, re-rolling 2 more offensive. Oh, actually, maybe we're not even going to need to use both of them. Well, we could re-roll the blue die and see if we can get a 7. although it's not going to really help because they have 3 stops. All right, so I guess we will just use the one re-roll an offensive die, and then we will re-roll a defensive die as well. So let's re-roll that blank gray. And we end up with another field goal, so I think this is going to be a loss for us. We got 2 stops, so they will end up with 14 points. They got 3 stops, so they're going to take away 3 touchdown drives, and so we will end up with only 2 field goals and a safety. So they're going to defeat us 14-8 in the bowl game. So still have not won a bowl game, but 3 wins. Wins in season 2 are worth 2 ranking points each. So that is going to move us up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So into the top 25 and knocking at the door for the top 10. All right, so let's reset for season 3. So reset our win total, reset our recruiting. We'll remove the tokens off of the board and flip over. We only had 1 player who was upgraded. There we go. All right, so ready for our last round of recruiting. We have a running back and a wide receiver in our region. Let's see, running back. Oh, a defensive back, which is good because we do not have one of those currently on our squad. A quarterback and a defensive lineman. All right, so, oh boy, and unfortunately, no matching symbols. Unless we wanted to draft over a player, which actually maybe I will just so you guys can see how that works. Who do we want to... all right, so just so you can see what it looks like, we will draft a new quarterback, so we'll get West Coasty, who will take 7. So what happens when you draft a player that's in the same position as someone you already have? You put the card over it so that you can still see the symbol that they have. So if we were to draft another player with that green football bomb symbol, we would still get the chemistry boost for it. But as it is, adding West Coasty with the red wings, that matches our flex running back, so we will get another chemistry card for that. This is another helmet symbol. 2 times the dice for a running back, which we have 2 of them. All right, so that could definitely help. But that cost us a lot of time. Let's go all in on our quarterback here. We'll spend the 2 weeks to upgrade him. So now he'll give us a blue and a red, and then have a helmet ability to add another red. Let's see. We could upgrade our running back for, it would take 3 weeks, and we'd go from a green to a blue. Or we could go or upgrade him and go from a orange to a blue, red, which would be a big upgrade. All right, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. We'll have him replace our flex running back there. That leaves us with just 3 weeks. So I think we are going to... We'll spend 2 weeks. We will upgrade. Let's upgrade Junior Zone this time, who will now give us a black and a white die. And then we'll spend 1 week to get another game plan. All right. And then I guess we will spend that last chemistry card there, and we'll get 2 more game plans. So we have 4 re-rolls available to us here in this final season. And let's see what our dice pool is going to look like. So our quarterback gives us a red and a blue. We get a green die from the running back, a red die from the wide receiver, and now a red die from our flex running back. And on defense, we will get a gray, a black, and a white. So we're definitely going to need some help on defense. All right, let's see how we can do it. We need... so the winning condition for the solo game is to break into the top 5. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to get at least 3 wins over these last 4 games to break into the top 5. So let's see if we can do it. We will start out against Football U. Football U is a pretty good team here. They will have 4 offensive dice, or 4 offensive dice that are blue, 2 black dice on defense, and a gray. All right, so let's see how our season starts out. Our season 3. All right, let's go. All right, so for Football U, they have potentially scored 10 points, and they have 1 stop. And all right, we are gonna win because we got 14. We got 20 points, so they would knock that down to 13. We got to stop, so we're gonna win 13-3 in our season opener against Football U, and now we're gonna face Winmore again. So again, we will have a chance to avenge a bowl loss. So Winmore with 3 blue dice and a red on offense, and then 3 black dice. Let's see. And I think we're going to spend our breakaway now, and we'll get a second red die from our running back. Because we definitely want to get a 3rd win to try to break into the top 5. All right, so here we go. Let's see. They have 2 touchdown drives, 2 field goal drives, and 2 stops. We have 3 touchdown drives, 2 field goal drives, and 2 stops. So I think that, and our 1 stop rather. So we take away that. They would end up with 13. They take away our 2 touchdown drives. Oh, actually, we'd be tied right now. All right, so we are going to just use Charlie Ether's ability here. He can turn a blank into a 3. So we'll turn that blank red die into a 3, and that will be the deciding field goal in that game. So that gives us 2 wins on the season, and we have avenged our loss to Winmore. Moving on to game 3, this will be against the Hail Marys. So the Hail Marys have 2 blue dice and 2 red dice on offense, 2 black dice and 2 gray dice on defense. A very well balanced team. We'll lose that bonus die from our chemistry card. Back to our normal rolls here. All right, let's see. So for the Hail Marys, they got 3 potential touchdown drives and 1 stop. Ooh, and it looks like we only have 2. No, we have 3 touchdown drives, a safety, and 1 stop. So that would take away one of those. They would take away one of ours, and it's going to be a difference of a safety. We're going to win 16-14, and there we go. There's our 3rd win. But now we have a chance to maybe be the #1 ranked team in the country. But we will have our work cut out. Titan U in the bowl game. Can we finally win a bowl game to wrap up the game here. So they will have 4 blue dice on offense, 3 black dice, and a gray die on defense. All right, we will use the helmet ability of our quarterback to add a red die, and then we will have potential to re-roll up to 5 dice, one of them specifically a offensive die. So here we go for all the marbles. Oh boy, and Titan U has rolled very well. They got 3 scoring drives and 3 stops. But we have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, we've gotten 5. Oh no, we got 6 scoring drives, 1 stop, and a safety. Wow. All of our offensive dice came up with a touchdown. So, I guess we will use one of our game plans to re-roll the black defensive die. Oh. And it comes up blank, but we get the 1 stop, so they're gonna have 14. They have 3 stops, so it's gonna be 4 that will win 23-14 and go undefeated in our final season. And there we go, and finally won a bowl game. So in season 3, wins are worth 3 apiece, so we will get 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there we go. Nate Cavalry has turned us around from an unranked program into the #1 program in the country. And we have won the game. So there you go. That is Football U. There is a link down in the show notes below to the Kickstarter page. It is launching soon. There's not an exact date, but if you go to the page, you put in your email, you'll get notified as soon as the game does launch. Again, everything you saw here is prototype, so some of it may change, but it is pretty close to what you will see. I think the only thing that I did not show you is that there are the schedule boards are double-sided. So we saw the one for the 1 player. You flip it over, it has your schedule for 2 players, where you have the mix of where some of them you're playing head-to-head, some of them you're playing against the AI. Oh, and there we go. Hey, we can break it here on AFR. September 16th will be the launch date for Football U. There we go. Thank you, Scott, for tuning in. And then the other board double-sided for 3 players, and then finally the schedule for 4 players. So there we go. Very, very fun game. I have enjoyed the heck out of this game. I'm a big fan of the building up your team, watching them grow and change through the seasons. I love the artwork style as well. And definitely a game that I guess it benefits you, or not benefits you, but it'll help your enjoyment if you're a football fan, I guess, especially if you're a college football fan, but you do not need to know the ins and outs of college football to be able to get into and enjoy this game. So there we go, folks. That is Football U, coming September 16th on Kickstarter. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button on your way out. And again, down in the show notes, link to the Kickstarter page. So until next time, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.